What's going on YouTube? It's Knox Hill and we're back with our reaction series. So today, man, I got a special one on deck. Listen, I saw on Instagram, Royce the 5'9" was not happy about a certain move by Joell Ortiz and Kxng Crooked. So I thought, you know what? Let's go talk to the source directly. Let's see what's going on. Let's go ask Crooked and get to the bottom of this. Crooked was kind enough to respond on Twitter, man. Much love to Kxng Crooked, who shouted us out on our worldwide cipher takeover. But after that, man, this got me really interested. Is Slaughterhouse coming back? Is it forever separated and apart? Well, apparently we address it today, right here. It's none other than Vacancy.
Mic check 1, 2. Real talk. Hey, let the choir do what it do. Let the church speak to him. Shit, let me speak to him. Get up on the altar, man. Word. I remember we was on the road on one of them tours, like, hold on. We got the #1 album in the country, is so on. They called us Voltron, where did we go wrong? We supposed to did this music shit for so long. Instead it's so long, the house is vacant.
It's like that. It's like that. Joell coming in, wasting no time, speaking his truths, man. Just giving us the inside story, direct from the source. We start off, right, scenes just abstractly showing what is a moving van. Now we're inside the house. You see the picture of Slaughterhouse and all 4 members not so subtly removed. And what's Joe doing? He's talking to us about the group, how they used to form like Voltron, one of the greatest fighting force of MCs in the nation. And now where are we? And I love how in the intro he's talking about taking them to church. And then you have those choir samples, right? The organs of the church pews play. And what do you do at church? Well, you let off your sins. You have confessional. We got confessional in the MC booth today.
#1 album in the country is so on. They called us Voltron, where did we go wrong? We supposed to did this music shit for so long. Instead it's so long, the house is vacant.
I love that MC flip right there on so long. We're supposed to do it for so long, everlasting through time, and now it's bye-bye, so long. Nice wordplay there and flip on that. And the thing is, we know Ortiz really loves his punchlines, right? He'll come in and go bar, 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 punch, punch, punch. But this is a different mood from him. A lot less punchlines, a lot more measured out with the flow and the delivery, because he's giving a narration, he's storytelling, and he wants us to follow along with it.
#1 album in the country is so on. They called us Voltron, where did we go wrong? We supposed to did this music shit for so long. Instead it's so long, the house is vacant. Yeah, Mouse is making that podcast money, talking foul and flagrant, right?
House is vacant, Mouse is making, talking foul and flagrant. I love that multi-syllable scheme right there. That's great rhyme writing amidst the narration. And who's Mouse? Oh, Mouse is none other than Budden. We got shots on target here, fired at Budden, talking about, you know, the man walked away from MCing, chased that podcast money, didn't he?
The house is vacant. Yeah, Mouse is making that podcast money, talking foul and flagrant. Right from his couch, I'm hating. Royce Grammy nod came without.
Hey, listen, if you're gonna say it, just be honest about it. Right from his couch, I'm hating. Yeah, I'm being a fucking hater right now. I'm saying it. But, you know, this is why the group has split apart.
Money talking foul and flagrant. Right from his couch, I'm hating. Royce Grammy nod came without debating. The allegory's a wild creation. I'm happy you got to smell your flowers, baby. And Crook.
Ooh, look at him, and he's showing love. I thought we were gonna fire some shots at Royce there, but he showed love. No, he showed love, man. Listen, the allegory, it was a dope album. For me, though, Book of Ryan, I still rate above Allegory just slightly, and it's funny that Allegory is the one that got the Grammy nomination, but we can get into that discussion a whole nother day.
Allegory's a wild creation. I'm happy you got to smell your flowers, baby. And Crook, shit, Crook still out here being Crook. Got every rapper shook, ain't never used a book for a verse or a hook. House slippers, human.
Oh, I say, Royce just gets homage paid, but I wonder if there's a little bit of a shot fired in this right here. Hang on, I gotta hear this right.
You got to smell your flowers, baby. And Crook, shit, Crook still out here being Crook. Got every rapper shook, ain't never used a book for a verse or a hook. House slipper.
Ain't never used a book for a verse or a hook. It might look okay and glossy on the surface level, but what did I just talk about? Book of Ryan. Ain't never used a book, he just talked about Royce. Never used a book with his verse or a hook. Used a book like the Bible, reading Bible verses. Also, like, all of his shit comes from the heart, comes from the soul. You know, you can't teach the stuff and the talent that Crook has, right? Never used ghostwriters either. That could go so many levels. But I also just wonder if we're talking about the Book of Ryan and saying, you know, Crook never penned that autobiography and used that for his music. I don't know. It's just so close to those Royce bars. And just the way that it's delivered.
Being Crook, got every rapper shook. Ain't never used a book for a verse or a hook. House slippers, human. Mona Lisa and Monday. Hard, Gorilla Glue. Yo, Fred will laugh again one.
Man, I love that Hard album. If you haven't heard that Hard album between Ortiz and Crooked, do yourself a favor and go check that shit out, man. But he's going through his discography now. Since Slaughterhouse broke up, I'm still here giving you that music, man.
Mona Lisa and Monday, hard, Gorilla Glue. Yo, Fred will laugh again one day. Damn, where did time go? Slaughterhouse been apart like 9, yo. You ask why though? I wish I had them answers. I don't. Just know that pig shit'll never resume. Emails, phone calls, and Zoom. Still not enough to get us all in a room. Royce said he ain't doing the 3-man without Joe. But Joe said he retired, so how the hell is supposed to go? I looked in the eyes of Crooked Eye, said one last time, he said, let's go.
I looked in the eyes of Crooked Eye. Nice play on eyes to eye, but Crooked Eye. King Crooked. Oh, man. And he is just... We are really not holding back on what he's speaking here.
Royce said he ain't doing the 3-man without Joe. But Joe...
I mean, where do you go from there? It's an impasse, isn't it? Royce says he's not going to do it without Joe. Joe says that he's retired. What do you do about Slaughterhouse? It's been years now, and we've not heard from Slaughterhouse. The fans want Slaughterhouse back. What are you going to do? I see this now. I see this from Joel's perspective. I had questions. Man. I've not heard this track yet. I had questions, so I reached directly out to Crooked. As we know, I got an answer from Crooked. But this song addresses it all, doesn't it?
Said he retired, so how the hell is supposed to go? I looked in the eyes of Crooked Eye, said one last time, he said let's go. So this one's for the fans and anyone else who wants to know why the best group ever turned out to be one of the best groups that never got back to his son after the shady era. Shit, Paul wasn't on his best behavior.
Look at that homage right there, man. Circle of bosses, and then you got right there, who's on Double XL, Shady 2.0.
Shady era. Shit, Paul wasn't on his best behavior, and Joe's comments about M left no revival for major endeavors. So the game.
Nice wordplay on M's album Revival. Left no revival in this situation, and I mean, Budden started talking nice. He started talking spicy on his podcast, man. Took shots at Revival, didn't like Revival. But they were on the same team, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you got a problem, you don't like something, man, that's cool. That's cool. Go deal with it behind closed doors. Why you gotta air shit out and make it a public issue, homie? But that's what he did. And that's what he's continued to do. As we know, Eminem fired back on Kamikaze, addressed Joe more directly. The Chloroseptic remix fired some shots at Joe. And Paul, who he's talking about, none other than Paul Rosenberg, M's manager, who has gone onwards and upwards ever since then. But Paul fell out with Joe. M fell out with Joe. You know, listen, not everybody's an angel in this situation. Maybe we'll get more into the Paul and Joe story another time. That's more like podcast material to talk about and other stuff to speak on. But anyways, definitely a disconnect. And what Ortiz is doing is he's peeling back the curtains right now. And he's letting us know what went down, how relationships fell apart. You know, Slaughterhouse fell apart because Joe fell apart with M. Joe wasn't happy with the first album release. Joe was not happy with the first album release, right? So you know what M did? M was like, all right, fuck it. You're not happy with the first one and how we wrote it all out? Go get it. Round 2. I'm not going to step in. I'm not going to tell you guys how to do anything. You guys get together. You go do it. And that's what they started to do. And they were working on the next project. And they were going to give us the next project. But in the meantime, Joe starts running his mouth on podcasts, starts trashing on M. Not the best of decisions when you're dealing with shady records and Slaughterhouse is linked with all that, is it? But anyways, stories for another day, I guess.
Got back to his son after the shady era. Shit, Paul wasn't on his best behavior. And Joe's comments about M left no revival for major endeavors. So the gang dropped the...
For major endeavors, right? For a major, on a major label, like Aftermath Shady Records, but also just making major moves. I love the wordplay on that, man.
Those comments about M left no revival for major endeavors. So the gang dropped the flag, got off the label, back and forth, drawn out lawyer to lawyer, but today we're
Do we play on the game and then also a game, the artist shout out as well?
Drop the flag, got off the label, back and forth, drawn out lawyer to lawyer, but today we're able to say we're free, but we ain't eating at no round table. It's rectangle, me and Crook in a Bojangles. Back to this chicken from rapping incisions, cutting the hardest vocals you can imagine or vision. Man, this half is just different.
Half is just different, imagine precision. Again, the multi-syllable schemes are so smooth, and I love as he sat there rapping it. They're literally trying to pick up the sofa, like, get out the house, man. The house is over. Slaughterhouse is shut down. He's like, hang on, I'm not done yet.
Cutting the hardest vocals you can imagine or vision, man. This half is just different.
Imagine on vision, half is just different. Nice 5-syllable rhyme schemes he was delivering to us there.
I hope the other half will listen. Put the business in the back and get back to business.
I hope the other half will listen. Listen, it's only two that make up the other half. Royce the 5'9" and Joe Budden. Let's just get back to business. Let's get back to doing this music like we were supposed to do with album 2 before it all fell out.
Put the business in the back and get back to business.
Do these represent different Slaughterhouse fans? I think so.
So when I got the call, I almost died. Loyalty, I thought that we would see forever. Push come shove, whatever. I guess we were living a lie.
With all you fans of Witness, I have to ask forgiveness. This might be sacrilegious. I don't want to go back to business.
Back to business, sacrilegious. We know that Crooked Eye is airtight with his rhyme schemes.
I have to ask forgiveness. This might be sacrilegious. I don't want to go back to business. I don't want to go back to biz. Back to the back and forth. The last deal I brought, that bag was different. Only thing I heard back was crickets. That was my answer. Listen, never did lack persistence. I ain't no mathematician, but I see mad division. Couldn't get past the friction.
I ain't no mathematician, but all I see is mad division in this scenario. Listen, I tried to put my best foot forward, man. I tried to get back on this rapping shit, but we still got nothing from the group.
Persistence, I ain't no mathematician, but I see mad division. Couldn't get past the friction. Was it a bad decision? Trying to get back to the mission of actually winning and rap again. Cause all of us had the vision, but that was years ago. This is a new day. The fans deserve flowers. This is a bouquet for wishing the group stay together forever and never fall out. Like hair, at least we balled out. Like missing a toupee with trips to the UK. Yeah.
At least we balled out. Like missing a toupee with trips to the UK. I love how just smooth he is with that delivery. And he's just really dominating the beat. You know, deliver a line, just very dominant pause. Come back, come with another punchline, pause. Just the way that he's kind of starting. And then so smooth with the flow, riding some of this beat right now. I like it.
Fall out like hair, at least we balled out. Like missing a toupee with trips to the...
And obviously balled out. Like we balled out, pockets on swole, but also when you're missing a toupee, you going bald.
Forever and never fall out like hair, at least we balled out. Like missing a toupee with trips to the UK. Yeah. To bonding with the group, I became partial. He didn't.
Horseshoe Gang, shout out.
The group, he can't end it. Don't blame Marshall. He didn't.
Oh, I like that line.
Became partial. He didn't start the group. He can't end it. Don't blame Marshall. He didn't.
Don't blame the fire marshal for the fire that's going on the group right now. Don't blame Marshall Mathers, and it's so true, isn't it? He didn't start the group. He doesn't have the power ultimately to disband the group. The facts are the facts. And at the end of the day, if Slaughterhouse wanted to put out an album right now, today, all 4 of them could do it. You can't blame Eminem and Paul Rosenberg for that. Like Crook said to me, man, we spoke our truths. Let them speak theirs.
I became partial. He didn't start the group, he can't end it. Don't blame Marshall. He didn't start the group, he can't end it. Don't blame Paul. And fans been there from the beginning. Can't blame y'all. Let me take some responsibility.
Hey, don't blame Paul. And fans have been there from the beginning. I can't blame y'all. I like the way that he flips on blame. You know, don't blame them. Like, place the blame on them. And then, you know, we can't blame the fans. Y'all the ones carrying us through it all, man. And I love how you just have that ad-lib. And you have that just sort of massive double in the mix right there just to hit that one home. Because it sounds like the fans are inside the mix as well.
And fans been there from the beginning. Can't blame y'all. Let me take some responsibility. I had that Hennessy feeling me, willingly committing penalties mentally. Whenever liquor with enemy, bringing the silliest energy. Innocent, I can't pretend to be. I just don't fuck with the industry. You lied, you stole, and treated me just like an enemy. Now Joel, let's just
that flow switch right there. Into the out into the and how fast that was, and that was so condensed with the rhyme scheme right there.
Whenever liquor with enemy, bringing the silliest.
Hennessy, whenever liquor with enemy, breaking again, so smooth with the multi-syllable punchy rhyme scheme, man. I love that switch up.
Innocent, I can't pretend to be. I just don't fuck with the industry. You lied, you stole, and treated me just like.
Facts, man. Facts to Crooked I for being independent. Can't fuck with the industry. I'm sorry, man. He had his label running. He doesn't want to be a part of that anymore in the industry. Backstabbers, man. He's seen it way too much, hasn't he? I said this before, Crooked is an OG. Joel isn't. There are OGs to the game, man. You have to appreciate the ones who have laid the foundation, the ones who have come before. And these are two massive influences on hip-hop and great hip-hop minds.
Feeling me, willingly committing penalties mentally. Whenever liquor with enemy, bringing the silliest energy. Innocent, I can't pretend to be. I just don't fuck with the industry. You lied, you stole, and treated me just like an enemy. Now Joel, it's just him and me on our purple tape. Pride made the circle break. Stop letting them fake lies circulate. We too old for that. Plus we family men. We too real, truth for truth. That's the bag we in. Rap about
it. Shit, rap about it. I like that. Listen, man, if you're really an MC, get in the booth. And I take that as shots at Joe. I take that directly speaking to Joe. We know Royce is still rapping. But Joe, if you got a problem, man, get in the fucking booth and rap again. Stop saying you're retired and all this bullshit. I'm better than them. I'm better than this and that. Get in the fucking booth and prove it. That's all I'm going to say on that situation.
Never had a question if I was down the ride. Matching battle scars back to back in the field. So when I got the call, I almost died. Loyalty, I thought that we would see forever.
Wow, that's powerful, man.
Push come shove, whatever.
Fan taking the shirt off, burning it.
I guess we were living a lie.
I mean, I guess we were living a lie. Wow. I tell you what, man. Moments like this, I love this hip hop shit. I really do. The MCing, the raw honesty from both of them. I think there can be no questions about where they stand and how they feel about the group, about who was responsible for the breakup of Slaughterhouse. And, you know, what does break my heart in a sense is the fact that this does not feel like a reconciliation song. This feels like we're going to draw this line now. And we're going to go stand on this side. Because we've had enough of trying to get everyone on the same side. And we're going to go do our thing now. The fans have wanted this for long enough. So you know what? If y'all don't want to reconcile, y'all don't want to find a way forward, we'll find a way forward. For the fans, and for ourselves, for the sake of hip hop. And you know what? They talk their shit. And as an MC, if you want to talk your shit, the best way to do it is go make music. Go get in the booth. Go talk about it. Do the art of rhyme. It's how you handle the situation. Joe Budden. Race to 5'9". Ball's in your court now. Y'all can talk. Y'all can comment. But until you get in the booth, there is no actual speaking on this matter now. Wow. Listen, that's why I wanted to go to Crooked. That's why I wanted to talk directly to the source, at least to get a little bit more information, because there's going to be a lot of he said, she said stuff on the internet. That's how the internet goes. I know Royce is upset. I got a lot of respect for Royce. And I don't say this negatively to Royce. I don't say this negatively to other artists, man. I say this from an MCing perspective. Y'all know where the time is to speak. And if you want to speak your truths, then go do it.